Hi everyone, this is my makeup for today and I use all new McGrath Divine Blush collection. So I picked up one of the trio sets, which is include eyeshadow palette, one of the blush stick, and this is called Sunkissed Seduction shade. So I use this one on my cheeks today, and this is the, I think it's a dual balm. One side is a highlighter, the other side is a clear balm, like that, clear balm side, and this is very shimmery, glittery highlighter shade. So I use all of three products today on my face, and eyes are pretty well. Means I put on my makeup around like 8 a.m. this morning, and this is 11, just past 11 o'clock here in Virginia. So it's about like a little over 3 hours, but it held up pretty well, and I love the colors. I use all the colors. I try to use all of them, but mainly this one all over my eyelids, outer V, and this is a topper shade. So, and this one is a topper as well. I kind of use a little bit of inner corner, but not much. So it's like, except that shade, I use mainly 3 shades from this eyeshadow palette. And the blush stick is kind of interesting because this shade is pretty deep and dark, but when you see it, it's very creamy and nice and blends really nicely. So it was not too intense, which is good for my skin. And I love this shade on my lips as well. So I use it for my lipstick today as well. But it's kind of like, I don't know. I don't know why this shade is make a trio with this one, but this is more purpley, like pinky shades. Whereas this one is pretty like deep bronzy shade, goes really well with this color. But anyways, I use this one. It's pretty warm, little more like terracotta brick red kind of shade, but I really love the texture and finish. And I used this one for my cheeks today. So I used Sonia G Keyaki brush, one of the, what is that called? Okay, mini base brush. So mini base brush, I just use this brush and dab it a little and add some colors on my cheeks, and it blends really, really nicely. I use the stippling motion instead of sweeping it. So I use this side mainly just with this brush, and I tried to stick itself. I just did this and blend it with my hand. This little more, tiny bit more like intense application, but I really love both application wise. It blends really nicely and creamy. It's more, I would say, it's pretty sheer and light. And when you mix, like blend it on the skin. So that's really nice. And I might pick up a little more shade from this line. I'm not a super fan of the plastic casing, and this look kind of cheap. And this one is, I thought this is metal, but this is also hard plastic, but this is better than this plastic though. So it's a little more substantial and heavier, but this one is very like cheap looking like plastic. Like if I don't see the name of the Pat McGrath labs in here, probably I would think like maybe e.l.f. or something. That affordable brands one. But anywho, so I use this one as a highlighter. I use the same Keyaki brush, mini base, and dab it. And this one I was kind of worried because I do have a semi-mature skin and it's very glittery. So when you see it, look at this, how glittery it is. I'm not a huge fan of the glittery highlighter on my cheeks. So at first I was using this and dab it, but I just straight to the stick with a brush and stippling. And on my skin, I don't really see those micro glitters on the skin, which is good. So it's not really accentuate my pores or anything. It's really, really pretty, but it's more on the subtle side, which is I much preferred. So I am happy with this one. And this balm is kind of interesting. This one is the same balm that her previous collection, which I already have. And I just love how giving me the wet look. Some people not a fan of the wet look, especially during summer, but I have a dry skin, so I use quite a bit of the previous like stick clear balm like this, but this is good. So I don't really mind of the clear balm on the side. And this one was kind of relieve my worry about the, you know, how glittery it is. So it's really pretty and I really like it. It goes really well with the eyeshadows, but not with this one, I would feel. So I might change up the lip color to maybe Divine Rose, like lip gloss shade later on, but this would be more kind of correspondent, more cohesive look. I think this is much better. Anyways, so this is my makeup of the look. I just wanted to explain how I use, and if you have any questions, let me know, and have a great day and talk to you soon. Bye everyone.